And with that, I want to welcome everybody to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host, as always. We are joined by our wannabe Wedge, the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
How's it going, everybody? What's up?
Hold on. What's Jason? Why are you laughing at that? Because Wedge is the leader of Rogue Squadron.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that.
Screw you, dude.
We'll go with that.
What, were you thinking I was talking Wedge from freaking Final Fantasy, who's always basically the butt end of all jokes?
We'll go with that. I don't know if Jerry's far enough. It might be a spoiler, man. Might be a spoiler, sir.
You want to get into it that quick? You want to get into it that?
I'm
down.
Okay.
Oh, I'm down. You know why? Because I prepared for today.
Oh,
that's right.
You did?
Oh, shit.
I was shadow boxing, baby. I was training. Oh, I'm ready. You want to go?
Okay,
I'm ready for you, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, what's up, nerds? That's right. You got me hyped. I got my second wind. That's right. Jason was throwing the gauntlet, and I'm ready for it. Yeah, that's right. I'm literally ready for it because just 5 minutes ago, I was turning up the console. Why? Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out later.
And after week hiatus, our maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the lion's mane, Jason Bolivio.
There he is.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? I know it's been a week. I know you missed me. I know Jerry did. I know Matt did. And my boy Theo, I miss you, bro.
It just doesn't feel the same.
So
it just doesn't.
Yeah, man.
What, the long hair, the beard? The beard's coming back, though. You know, it's coming back already.
No, your presence.
Just your presence. Like, just
of course we missed you.
Just like we miss it.
Yeah. Of course we missed you. We miss our healthy debates and your hate for Marvel.
Must have been all that Marvel talk last week then.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. There was a little bit.
Oh, no doubt. I don't doubt it. You know, Marvel's everywhere. Marvel's, phase 17. You know.
Well, I mean, it's in side projects. Like they got the Rivals.
I mean, they do have.
Rivals?
Deadpool come out.
And Deadpool's
right around the corner. Good on them.
That is slated to be successful in a large capacity.
In every way that Deadpool could be successful.
I mean, it is a Marvel movie, so it is going to be watched by millions of people because they're slaves to the phases.
Hold on. I love Deadpool. So I'm gonna go see it just because I love Deadpool 1 and 2. So and the fact that we're getting X-Men.
I'm a lifelong X-Men fan. So Hugh Jackman coming back. Yes, I'm gonna go see that.
So somebody started a rumor, speaking of that really quick, somebody started a rumor online that how when they jump into that portal in the trailer, they're jumping into Endgame, and that Deadpool basically grabs the gauntlet from Tony Stark,
and he snaps it.
He does the snap.
Oh,
and basically the joke is he resets all of the shit we've been having to deal with since Endgame.
But he would also, I think he would also like create X-Men or create mutants too, which. I mean, that would be super sweet. The fact that Deadpool nonchalantly like yoinks the gauntlet and like, sorry guys, I need it. Like
after the events of 2, when he basically goes and
because he had that time machine. Yeah,
that would it's just gonna be hilarious.
Man, I'm really excited to see what they do with it because apparently it's gonna be big.
And then we got the new Captain America trailer.
Saw the trailer. It looks good. It looks interesting. Looks good. Red Hulk. I'm kind of eerie about that. I hope that is. I really hope that doesn't come off hokey.
Yep.
I mean, with Hulk, it was different. He was the first. We were introduced to him, but when you bring more of that into the element, it can border on hokey. So hopefully not.
Yeah. Um, anyway, so a couple of things really quick before we get started tonight. Is that one, I need to give a shout out to our listeners. Um, because over the last week, and this is small, but we're smaller podcasts compared to the big ones, but
Yep.
we crossed the 6,000 listen mark over the
Nice.
last week. So to everybody that has tried us out, given us a chance, thank you.
Yeah.
And also with the last week and everything, we have now crossed over 41,000 listens lifetime.
Sweet.
So thank you to everybody that has tuned in, listened to us over these last 5 years. Hopefully we've been able to give you that distraction, that laugh. To all those new listeners, welcome. Welcome to game night. Welcome to the CGN fam. Um, you know, um, it's been one heck of a ride, and to think it was all because of E3 and in the search for more money. You know, but and then real quick, some condolences from the past weekend. When it rains, it pours. So this past weekend we lost Richard Simmons
Mhm.
and Shannon Doherty.
Mhm.
And Shannon Doherty, she had a huge impact on a lot of people, from Naruto No, from Charmed. Not many know that she was battling breast cancer. It moved to infecting her lymph nodes and then eventually hit her brain. And once it did that, it was terminal. Um, and she's been fighting the fight. So, thoughts go out to her family and her fans. Um, I know my wife was looking forward to meeting her at Fan Expo a couple weeks ago, and now we know why. No, she probably canceled is because she probably just wasn't healthy enough to fly,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
especially coming to altitude, right? Because if you're not used to being at altitude all the time, your body's susceptible to a few more things. So, just thoughts out, and then the third was Dr. Ruth. So,
Really? I
yep,
didn't
Dr.
see
Ruth
this. Wow.
passed away as well.
Dang.
So yeah, it was that trio. Um,
What a trio,
so
too.
yeah, yeah, right. Um, so let's get kind of into it tonight. After that, and let's try and get some people some laughs and whatnot. So, um, let's let's head into the theater, shall we? I got some stuff to share. Let's see. Where's our
I
theater?
always
There's
laugh
our
at the
theater.
theater just because it's so I'm always so tiny in comparison.
Yes, good Lord, you are. I'm looking at it now. You are like super, super tiny.
Yeah, maybe I
But
should like be all up in the face like when you start doing it and just zoom
yeah.
in.
Um, so a couple of things to share. So, um, let's get started. College football is returning to consoles for the first time in 11 years. The
Unbelievable.
last NCAA football, as it was originally called, released on July 9th of 2013. So we now have EA College Football 25 coming back on this Friday, the 19th. Now here's the interesting on this. It is only going to be able to be played on the PS5 and the Xbox Series XS. It is not playable on PS4 and it's not playable on the Xbox One, which
Oh,
has a
Good.
lot of people pissed off.
Why?
wow.
Why? Get a new
Um,
console. Get a new console. It's already been 4 years, 5 years. Get a new console. You can afford
yeah.
it.
So a lot of it is just because you've got a game of this magnitude going to the current, I would say current gen now. Um, but you know what? To your point, Jay, we're at this point. We're
Been so
four
long.
years, 4 years into the consoles
Yeah.
now. Get one. We've been
Yeah.
crying that you've
Just
needed to be exclusive and whatnot. So, for those that actually pre-ordered the game, they've had early access, and the videos on TikTok have been hilarious because you've got all these people that were, that are now a lot older that are like, you know what? I'm gearing up. I'm going to go smash a fifth grader, and see show what it looks like. One of them basically did a video where it showed him getting his just trounced, you know. Um, but just seeing everybody kind of get back into that college football mood that, the game used to have. Doing some videos of like the Hokies from Virginia Tech doing their entrance, which is one of the most ruckus intros in all of college football. Um, Graphically, it kind of looks pretty. At least from the screenshots, some people have said it's not as great once you get
Well,
into it.
so big
Um,
question here. This is the big
mhm.
question.
Yep.
Are the players' names going to be on the jerseys? Are are they going to be featured?
So any player, I believe, that has actually signed with EA to say, yes, you can use my name in the game, will have their name on their jerseys.
Okay, cool.
So, that name and likeness, the NILs that is now sweeping college football and making it really hard for any team to kind of compete because teams are just throwing money. I saw somewhere someone was offered one of the quarterbacks somewhere was offered $600,000 to answer the transfer portal to go
What?
play at another school. Like that's the thing is they're getting massive amounts of money, and it's become ever since they went to the name and likeness and whatnot. So
Mm.
there's also jokes, that they're doing this bundle, and it's using the scene from Family Guy where they're talking about Roadhouse and not having the What Dreams May Come DVD touch it and whatnot. They're like, nope, nope, don't want it touched and whatnot. So um I think this is big. People have been asking for college football to be back. EA made the deals with the NCAA and the players and stuff to be able to do it. I think when you look at like the screenshot here of the actual players that they have, Hunter is an actual player for the CU Buffs, and they have his name on the jersey. So I think you're going to probably see, you are definitely going to see like the players and stuff. So great for them. Um, you know, Now moving on, we've got Ratchet and Clank. Size matters. Like of all the games they decided to put on the
Really?
PlayStation Store, they did Size Matters instead of going back, I guess. But here's the thing: it's $10. Get a PS2 game that a lot of people have liked. It joins the likes of Daxter and Sly Cooper, which I am playing Sly Cooper, and it still feels kind of like a PS2 game, but they slightly enhanced the graphics just a little bit on it. Um, but I think you're going to start seeing more of these PS2 games come to PS5 as they get the emulation and stuff fixed.
Oh,
Um,
gnarly.
Now, let me ask this question. Now that they're coming out with more PS2 games to the PS5, what are there any PS2 games that you would love to have on the PS5? Or do you even care at this point and you just want new stuff?
If anything, they would be like my ultimate classics, like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
God, get off
Uh,
that.
no way. That was such a good game. Um, let's see. Oh, and of course the Jack and Daxter series. Jason, what about you?
No, I don't want anything that's
Oh, okay.
from back in the day, getting this revival unless it becomes remade just like Final Fantasy. I don't want one-to-ones.
Oh, you know what? I change it. I agree.
I don't
I,
want
I would want
one-to-ones.
I would want them to be remade like that, like Final Fantasy. Yeah.
I do wish like a few, like obviously Legend of Dragoon, everybody wants that one
Hmm.
to be remade, like not
Oh God.
remastered, not remastered,
But
remade.
remade. Yeah.
So I
Imagine
mean
if that
like,
was like if that was brought out like seven.
oh my God. Um,
Oh man,
that's one of the
imagine the
big things.
transformations when they get into their
Um,
armor. That'd be sick.
And you know
other
what? Like I'm
other than
still
that,
that's in my backlog and I've started it up a little bit. And I mean it looks all right, but I don't to Jason's point, right? It deserved remake treatment, I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
there are certain games, yes, they do deserve the remake treatment. Um, but if it's a classic game that it was so good for its time, leave it alone. Like, or if it's one of these old ones, yeah, that's fine. Bring it to the new system, but don't charge people for it. I mean, just have it like, what is it on the PlayStation Plus Premium? Oh no, the PlayStation Plus
Yep.
Plus Plus.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
you get a bunch of the old catalog games. That's good enough, like just have that service available for it. I don't need this to be from a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 game, PlayStation 4 game even. I don't need it to be remastered. Stop it. I want new items. I want
So,
new
but what
IP.
about for those people that want to own those games that are part of that lineup but don't want to pay the premium or the ultimate price?
I think that's. I mean, to your point, man. I think that's
It's only
exactly why. I think that's out there because if it's for those people who don't do the subscription and just want those specific games, they have the option to just buy those specific games.
yeah, but I mean for the cost of this game, let's say, it's $10. How much is upgraded are you paying from Essential to
I
Plus?
understand it, but
You know,
people
it's
people themselves they're particular, so I get it.
that's fine,
But
and shout outs too, and that's why Jerry, you and I being physical
I mean, exactly.
collectors,
Case in
it's
point, like
very easy for us to like, hey,
yeah.
let me borrow that, or hey, like, I missed out on completely on Ragnarok.
Oh
The
yeah, borrow it for
Yeah,
as long as you
but I
can,
can, I
as
can,
long as
I
you want.
can, but I can borrow it from Jerry. I'm like, hey, you know
Yeah.
what? I totally missed out on Ragnarok DLC, but I'm not crying over it. I'm not gonna rebuy the game. I'm not gonna just buy the DLC. It's like,
What's funny about that? I have yet to play Valhalla DLC on that.
I haven't. For me, it's
I've
the story in the game. I know there's some story with Valhalla,
I just
but
don't.
I'll watch it online instead. Like I don't need a trial based. They already put that in the game. I already dealt with that in the game. It's not my favorite type of parts in games or like those trial based or whatever. So yeah, I was done. I'm okay. What about you?
I Here's my thing is I'm like, give us game. Okay, so if you're going to do this right, give us games that people have asking for. So like Sly Cooper, that is a game that everyone's been asking for.
I
Everybody
feel
wants that to
like
get the
they're like
remake or
slowly.
remaster
I
treatment.
feel like they're slowly
Um,
teasing that. Like what? Like how many times
yeah.
are they going to announce it? How many times are they going to like
Um,
submit the original games and
mhm.
like yeah? I feel like they're kind of toying with us.
So, but like Ratchet and Clank size matters.
does it need to be
It's not a
out?
huge.
No.
It's not no. And same with Daxter, right? Does it really need to be out? Would you? It would have
I
been better to do Jack and Daxter,
for
you
me, it's
know.
Jack and Daxter.
But
Like
you
like
already have the
Daxter was
ability to get.
I think the Vita game. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
really a big deal for me.
I mean, Jack and Daxter can already get through the PlayStation Store, so it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, Daxter okay, it joins everything else, but So here's my thing: is if you're going to do this, what just give us ones that even remasters, right? I would kill for some of these older ones to have remasters. Like for me, Killzone. I would love to see Killzone come back. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Yeah.
Shadowfall is still gorgeous and whatnot. Um, and I would love to see the others come back. Like, give us Resistance in a remaster or remake. For a lot of people that are the Resistance
Oh yeah.
fans.
I remember that one.
Starhawk. You know, um, there's, but I think also you look at Jason pointed out Legend of Dragoon. People have been clamoring for a remaster or remake of that game. Like actually, instead of giving us, I hate to say this, saying giving us a remake of Last of Us Part 2, which nobody asked for, give us Legend of Dragoon. You know, I know, I know, Jerry, you being the Last of Us fan and stuff like that. It's,
But
it,
I'm one
it,
of those people like if they once they announce like I'm gonna buy it because
oh yeah,
I'm a fan of the franchise, but I'm not I'm not arguing. I
but
agree with you. I
it
agree.
was a PS4 game. Why don't you just give it the Horizon treatment
Like I
and
said, I agree
make just upscale it?
totally.
But that being said, Ghost of Tsushima, the PS5 version looks way better than the PS4 version. So, you know,
Yeah, it looks
um,
amazing.
but so I think it's just one of those games that I think, did we really need it? Nah. Sly Cooper, absolutely. I bought Sly Cooper because I used to have it on my Vita. Um, but I wanted to actually be able to play it on with an actual controller versus the Vita, and it does feel better playing with a controller than the Vita. Um, so I'm having a little bit of fun with it. So,
Hmm.
um, so with that, the other kind of big thing that kind of broke was that um, Xbox is getting rid of the 360 store. which I didn't know it was still up and running.
I had no idea either.
Um,
I was like,
so
okay, that's news to me. Had no idea.
so yeah, basically the way it's going to go down is July 29th. They are going to stop the ability to purchase games and DLC and stuff from the 360 store. You're still going to be able to play your content that you already owned and purchased. You're just not going to be able to do any new content. So I think this
If
is
you
kind of
have a
sad though.
360 still, like,
Well, but you can still buy the content even through the Xbox
okay.
Marketplace, Xbox, through Xbox.com, right? But I think it's still kind of sad because, like, for instance, Final Fantasy 13. So unless you have a PS3 or a 360, or you already have it bought in the digital content for, Xbox, and you can play it on a One or a Series X through, just being all digital,
Yeah.
you can't play that game. Like Square Enix, I'm looking at you. Give me Final Fantasy 13. Just release it on the PS5. I don't need any updates graphically or whatever. Just give it to me. But there are these games that, unless you own the Jason, say it.
No, okay.
Unless you own the physical version of the game, you're not gonna be able to play it anymore.
You want stuff, and that's what like. This is why, me as a physical gamer, as a physical copy, just like as you said right now. This is why I have all my old games, the ones that I wanted to keep, the ones that I wanted to buy,
Yeah.
purchase myself. I got that adult money. That adult money is going to what I want to get. So if I have these old games, yes, I'm going to keep that old system. But it does not, like, yes, you can bring it out again on the new systems. But again, like I said, that's where the PlayStation Plus Plus or the Game Passes, that's where those can thrive. And that's where they need to be placed on, because we as a whole do not need that. But like from the old gamers. But for the new gamers, for them to enjoy that, yes, then you can bring that out. Bring out the whole Final Fantasy collections, the 1 through 3, the 4, 5, 6 anthology. All of these can be put out into
Mm-hmm.
the PlayStation Plus Plus, and that's how you get all those people back. That's how you retain all those people, because each
Yep.
one, again, think about it roughly. Let's just give a rough 60 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Some are longer, some are shorter. That's fine. But I'll just rough admit 60 hours. That's a full work
So
week. You
now
know,
they are saying though that, one of the Q&As as part of this article is that can I still buy and play Xbox 360 backwards compatible titles? So apparently you're still going to be able to purchase those. So those are going to be just the ones that, pardon me, that are part of the backwards compatibility list.
Hmm.
So I guess it is server space, and whatnot. But to your point, it's physical. I mean, if you had these physical, that'd probably be the best way to do it. Um, it's it's still it's sad because, like, let's be honest, the 360 or the Xbox console ecosystem hasn't been the same since the 360 era.
I don't
You had
think
the
it's
debacle.
ever stayed consistent.
No, and it's an era that, the 360 era was great. You know,
Mm,
there were some
mm.
great games on the 360.
Yeah,
Well,
they
okay,
had great games,
so
but
let's take
the
let's
console really had its
okay,
problems.
Red Ring of Death. Um, and they spent a lot of money fixing that, right? But I'm talking about just the games. Forget the console itself and having all of its problems with the hardware and whatnot. From a game perspective, there was a lot of great games that came out
Oh
during the
yeah.
360 era.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I agree. That would probably be like the
and
golden era of like all the games that came out
and
for 360. Everyone,
oh yeah,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
hate to
yeah.
say it, right? Sony at the time, right, when you had the PS3 versus the 360, the PS3 didn't really have any games in the beginning to go up against the 360 titles,
Oh
because
no,
we all know,
even longer. It was dead. It was dead in the
and
water for months.
it wasn't until the 360 was already kind of on its way out when all the developers started to, figuring out that cell processor for the PS3 and started cranking out some great games. But it's still a sad day. I mean, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Ace
Dude, Halo
Combat.
2,
Um, Halo 2 was Xbox.
360.
Was it 360?
It was 360.
Holy shit, it was
Huh.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, um, it was it.
Because that was one of the most anticipated sequels, and it was to be on the new console. It was Halo 2.
Halo 2 started out on the Xbox.
Oh, did it? And they
Yeah,
released
Halo
it on
2 is
360?
Xbox
yeah,
original.
yeah. It was
Did it
Xbox
really?
OG, and then
Oh,
Yeah.
Halo 3 was the one for Xbox 360 because I remember that E3 presentation where we hear the
maybe.
music and
So
we see
Halo
the
3 was the
desert.
one when he's holding the two. Because I remember
No,
the game box. Gnarly.
to the interwebs while we're on theater. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that is Halo 2. Yeah, it was the one. Dang, it was OG.
it was OG 2004. So it's now that game's like that's coming up on 20 years old right now.
Dang.
Um, so it was on Xbox. Remember, it was backwards compatible on the 360 at that time too, so you could play Xbox
Yeah.
games, right? And then you had Halo 3 came out. That was 360.
Right. Oh, that's right. That's
Remember,
right.
because at
I
E3, right,
remember
it had that
those. Yeah, that's
trailer
right.
where you hear the piano, right? And
Yeah.
then you see the desert and then Cortana flashing.
And I think there
And
was a massive, like a really like coveted collector's edition that year too.
yes. So again, it's sad, and I would honestly love to see Xbox get back to this era. And I think after we saw the showcase, they're trying to take those steps back to it.
Oh, yeah.
Um, you know, it's
They
just a
tried
sad
to,
day.
I give Xbox props. They tried something new. It didn't
Hmm.
work out, and they're trying to, backtrack, get their steps backward a little bit so
Hmm.
they can be back on the equal footing again. I mean, I give them props, but again, like the way that they keep pushing things out, all these companies, it's not the correct way to do it, honestly. Like, there's only so many remakes, or there's so many that, like, oh, these are nostalgic, these are vintage, these are retro, and you get tired of it, or you're like, you know what, I'm not going to pay $40 for it, I'm not going to pay $20 for it. I had this game ready, could I just get can I just pop it in my PlayStation
And
and be like, hey,
Yeah.
like, you get that for free, you already have that, you already own
and
it, it's like, what's wrong with this?
and for me, like, because I had a 360 at the time, and even though it came out on PS3 as well, it was like that was the last time we got good Rainbow Six. Like Vegas was
Isn't
the
that well?
360 era.
Didn't Rainbow Six like kind of retire with the 360? It hasn't had a new game.
So they moved on to Rainbow Six Siege, right?
Siege. That's right.
Which is
That's
that
right. But
online
but I
multiplayer game
think
only.
everybody's still kind of waiting for
Give me
the
Vegas.
storyline Rainbow Six, because that
Like, yeah,
those games had
absolutely.
storylines. Yeah.
Correct. And you had to go actually like as a story, stop the bombs, rescue the hostages,
Right. Right.
and actually have to be tactical. So like,
Kind of what Ubisoft was doing with Ghost Recon, but
yeah,
for some reason they just stopped. Yeah, they went with
yep.
Siege and went with that game
So
model.
so as a kind of thank you for their players and stuff, and this is coming off of Tom Warren over at The Verge. He put up this tweet that it shows the actual like Xbox 360 blades. It's really just a JPEG. It's like
Oh wow.
it's just a picture of the blades and that's it. I
Uh,
think some people like are right in when you look at it, it just doesn't look great. It would
God,
have
I
been better if
remember
it was
that.
an actual background to where it actually made your Xbox Series look like a 360. That would have been like totally cool. Um, so it is one of those things. It's sad to see that go. Um, but at some point we all know everything goes away. We've
Yeah,
got,
it's
the
bummer.
PS Store shut
About time.
down, you know,
It is
and
about time.
whatnot.
It's been
So,
around for. We didn't even know it was still around.
Yeah, it needs to
yep.
move on. Move on.
Yeah.
So, with speaking of Xbox, there was a article, or not an article, but there was a job posting on um, Xbox website for the Coalition, and they are one of the job positions specifically mentioned having experience working with Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, online platforms. So, and that was for working on Gears of War. Um, how do you feel about, we actually seeing more credence to possibly us getting some Xbox games on PlayStation? If that's the case, if we are getting something like there is a rumor that the Halo remake that they're working on is going to come to PS5.
Wow.
So if you were to start seeing Xbox games starting to show up on PlayStation, would that change your mind about getting
Either one.
an Xbox?
Mm. See, this is where I'm kind of conflicted because one, I like the gamer in me is like, it wouldn't feel right playing Halo or Gears on PlayStation. Now I appreciate the opportunity and the fact that those boundaries and those borders are no longer there. Like I think that's great, but it's just weird. It's a little weird for me.
I think. Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, man.
No,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, honestly, after playing Halo through xCloud with my PS5 controller, it feels right. Bring Halo to PlayStation, at that rate, honestly, because for me, we've talked about this. The only games, the franchises that I like from Xbox are Halo and Forza. You give me those on PlayStation, I'm good.
Yeah, and that's the other
And
thing. Like, I honestly think I probably like if Gears and Halo and all that did come on PlayStation. I mean, why would I spend the money to get a whole other console? Like yeah, I would do it. Just pure convenience, like for
Mhm.
that convenience. Yeah,
If those two, if Microsoft does decide to send their um, send their games over to PlayStation, I have zero faith in the company anymore. I will honestly just straight up be like, you know what, this is the Stadia of of this generation.
It's
Because it is literally
wow.
admitting defeat. It is literally admitting defeat at this point.
Even
It
if it
well, they
has
kind of
means,
already are though.
well, but hold on though. Let me ask this though. If we're talking original Halo, right? They're looking at a remaster of that, and if we talk about old Gears of War or old Forza, that's
sure.
not technically really conceding. That's trying to get more money, just like Sony putting their titles on PC.
Yeah,
Is
but
that
they
really
also did
conceding?
announce some of the newer games that are coming out from Microsoft are coming out for PlayStation.
Yeah, see, and that's
So
already
that's
them.
already kind of like that's what
That's
I
already
mean. Like they
them
kind of already
leading
are
the
admitting
downfall.
defeat.
They
Yeah,
they are leading the charge to their doom. That's all it is.
but that's the thing though. I really don't I don't like seeing it as a defeat because I kind of feel like Microsoft are the first ones in the charge to cut the borders of the console wars. Okay, enough is enough. Uh, let's see how this direction goes. Everybody being able to play what they want on what they want. So I also kind of commend that and seeing because that's also a big move. That
It's a
can
massive move. It's a
yeah.
massive move. It's going to be so big of a move that they're going to actually lose. They're going to lose. What's the point? You want to have some exclusivity that I've always been talking about for the last 2 years, and they finally gave it to us, and it was terrible. And they lost, and they're like, okay, now we have to recount our losses by what do you have to do? You sell out to your competitor. You start giving them what they need. You start giving them what they want, and then at that point, you become Sega. You have all
But I
you have
think
all this
I
back power. You have all this power. You have all this hype behind you, just so then you can default and get merged in with the company, yeah, it doesn't make
But
sense.
I think
It's
that's
terrible.
ultimately what they said they wanted to do was just focus on making games and kind of be in that Sega realm, but I think in a bigger capacity.
I think Xbox should just go publisher straight
Yeah,
up.
if you
That's
go
what
publisher,
I
that's
agree.
fine.
That's what I think. I think they
Push
should
the
just focus
PC.
on their games and then can pump out the games that they want for
No,
all consoles.
push and pump the PC. Do you know how many PC players are playing now because they have both Xbox and PlayStation games that are coming out to PC?
And
That's true.
And you look at, you know, Game Pass for PC.
Yeah, Game Pass for PC.
know?
Next
Oh,
thing
yeah.
you're gonna have, next
It's
thing you're gonna have PlayStation for PC. And you know what? Because people are streaming, people are like using Twitch,
Mhm.
using whatever
Yeah.
platforms that they're using to promote their games. And how do you play that? Yes, it's very easy to do when you have a computer. It's a little bit more difficult when you have when you have to connect to the PlayStation or Xbox. You have to go through all these little settings. You know, you got to
Yeah.
make sure the video sync is up. You know,
Mhm.
but when you have a PC, when you have a Mac, push Mac because you know, everybody's getting Macs now, and like having that video availability to do that. You know, before back in the 2000s, yeah, when you had a
Yeah.
Mac, you're pretty much dead in the water with games. But now
Yeah.
push it with the Mac. Start like putting some of that investment that you're gonna
Which
put
is
in.
funny. You bring up Mac, right? Halo was originally supposed to be a Mac exclusive.
Yeah, you should put
Yeah,
some of the
that's right.
money.
I
Put some
saw
of the
that and I
money
was like,
that you
holy
guys have
crap. It
been
was
like,
like,
hey, you know what? Let's go on to another console. Screw it. Go on PC and Mac. Push the Mac because
yeah.
how many people in this world have Apple products? You know, Apple stands. They have the iStand, the iRobot. You know, the I love you, the I want to drink, the I don't care anymore. What it is 2.0. You know, so many products. Just hey, dude, push it on the Mac. Then people are going to buy Macs, you know, get that share from them, and be
And
like,
Mac
hey,
is
that's it.
moving into gaming, right?
Yeah,
You know, they're starting
the
to,
iGaming, the I want a controller, I controller, you know, the
but no, so you see like the last couple of showcases, right? They've been showing off, especially now that they're on what, M3 now, Jerry?
I have no comment. I cannot discuss that.
No, as far as what they've announced.
what are they
No, I thought
currently
they
on?
announced they're
No,
on.
I like seriously. I cannot discuss anything.
Yeah, well,
I mean, like what was the last
but even then, so what I'm
is the
talking about
last
is, but with
iPod
their
or
current,
iPad or iComputer that they have out?
well, what I was saying is though, so with every iteration of the Apple Silicon, right, they're pushing more and more and talking about gaming, right?
Mhm.
And to Jason's point, I think that's an untapped market just
That
for people that are getting
put if
Macs
you want to
and
make a game there,
um
make it there because then that way all those people that have all those iPhone 55s or the iPhone 6 billion, like you know whatever the hell they have, they can start playing their games. You know, like mobile
yeah,
games have jumped up
they're on the
tenfold.
M3, so they're on the third generation of their Apple Silicon, which I think is
Sure,
fantastic.
M3. You know,
No, that's what it actually is. It's the
I don't
M3.
know. You think I have
I
an
have an
Apple?
M1. I have an M1 MacBook Pro.
Damn.
And mine compared to what they're doing now is ridiculous. Mine's like
Yeah.
ancient now. Mine is like I might as well get a colored iMac at this point from like back
Hey,
in the
maybe
early
I should apply for
2000s.
that job. Maybe I should apply for that job Microsoft has and be like, you know what, you guys are doing it all wrong. You guys are terrible. Shovel this entire
But
people. I
no,
got you. I got this.
but I think Jason, you've got a very valid point, right? Is become a publisher. You put
Yeah.
some of the games
Yeah.
even on a cloud base onto the Switch. You put them on PS5, you put them on PC, and you put them on Mac. You have much. And yes, because you used to be a console, you know, you have
That's
the
okay.
Xboxes out
That's
there.
okay.
You still put it out on Xbox, right?
Yeah. Keep
But
it on
I think at
Xbox.
that point,
Have this one your last console. Be like, you know
I
what? It was a good
I
time, guys. We had fun. You
they
know,
are
Sega
talking.
Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast
I
was way
think,
ahead of its time.
Yeah.
But it
oh
had to
yeah, it
go because
was.
it couldn't keep up.
Dude, and that pack-in disc that they came with the original Dreamcast at launch that had like Shining Force and
Yeah,
Sonic and Golden
bro,
Axe and
all the
Swirls on it.
Oh, dude.
Oh
Oh,
my
no, no,
God.
dude. Power Stone.
MVC
Power Stone.
2. Power
Oh well,
Stone,
Yeah.
baller games,
yeah.
way ahead of its time. Had to
And we
go
got,
because
you know,
nobody could keep up with it. You
Fantasy Star
can't.
Online.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
wasn't there
and
Panzer
there was a really
Dragoon,
big good Star Ocean game for Dreamcast, I think, that
Fantasy
got
Star
made.
Online.
Mhm.
Oh, that was
Yep.
Fantasy. Okay, Fantasy Star. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had Star Lancer, which
Yeah.
was basically
So many
like
baller
space
games, but they
combat in
were way
space
ahead of
that
its
I
Damn,
played the
time.
crap
I
out of
forgot
it.
about
Like,
that one.
dude, Star Lancer, I would love for that to come back.
I
Like,
forgot
just
about that one. That one was good.
like, dude, there's so
And
many
what
Yeah.
good
happened to
games
Sega?
on
What happened to
Dreamcast.
Sega? What happened to Sega?
They went down.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's be honest. What happened to Sega is they announced the Saturn, and when they were at E3, they said, by the way, this is in stores today, not giving the media a lick of time to even
Yeah.
Yeah,
review it and
exactly.
whatever, and
No,
they
but
tanked it.
you do know that the Dreamcast was way ahead of its time. It was too
It
good to be
was.
true, but nobody could get on top of it. No, it wasn't pushing anything because why?
But yeah,
You
I think
started
the
to be like, hey,
debut.
instead of me giving you all these games, like we're focusing on just us, and they went too inward and they collapsed from the inside. I
Yeah,
still
and I
love
think
Sega. Sega's
it's kind of like
so amazing.
Blockbuster, collapsed from the inside,
Yeah,
had nothing to
collapse
do
from
with
the inside.
Netflix. But
Microsoft, you have this ability. You've seen the past. You've seen the past.
yep. Well, and the thing is like they're not even gaining about like that many
Yeah,
new subscriptions anymore. They're
yeah.
like it's starting to plateau, and so at some point you have to do something different. Like I get it, you're putting all your eggs in one basket, but if it's starting to plateau, you've got problems because then eventually it's going to be dropping off. The more you start raising prices and stuff like that, you're going to have people unsubscribing because
Yeah.
we are in a subscription saturated market.
Mhm.
That's the best way to
Yeah.
put it. You know,
Which I
so
still predict that that's going to get regulated soon.
dude, at this point,
Subscriptions?
we're
No, not at all.
No. I think because the market is so flooded right now, I think eventually we saw a little bit of it when a few companies were merging together. I still think it's a little flooded to where either more companies are going to merge together or we're going to get like some sort of bundle system.
Mhm.
But
Well, we've
all
already
these
got
subscriptions like are not flying.
yeah. But at this point, we're getting back to where cable used to be. Like cable used to be all these add-ons and adding things up. Now
Yeah.
you look at all these different services. We're all
It's
subscribing to, we're
cable
pretty
all
much
over again.
doing
It's just
cable again.
a different delivery system.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it for the companies, right? They needed to make money, right? They needed to figure out how to make money off of their content because cable isn't producing. So they went subscription based. And there's some that we have out there, like for me in my household, Paramount Plus and the Disney Hulu bundle are well
I
worth it
have
because we watch all that
the
stuff.
Hulu bundle. I feel like the Disney Hulu bundle is like one of the better deals because like you're getting 3 of those subscriptions.
Yeah, but they raise the price, so it's now $27.99 a month.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and you can't password share anymore. So it's like they went the route of Netflix. Paramount Plus is still like, hey, you can hear. It's
Yeah,
like
no.
PlayStation with the, this is how you share games. It's like share your password. So anyway, so it will be interesting, I think. I know Microsoft's already, kind of preparing for the next generation, so we'll see what happens. There's rumor that they're going to be bringing out a handheld Xbox. I think, which is kind of smart, because you look at what, the ROG Ally and whatnot are doing, in the Steam Deck. I think it's smart for them. Handheld is still a big thing. But I think we all know that once Nintendo drops the Switch 2, it's going to be, a mute point for a while, because we know everyone's going to get a Switch 2 at some point. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, Jerry, let's get to it.
Oh,
What
what have
you
I
been
been
playing?
playing? Oh, that would be Final Fantasy 7.
Wow.
I got back
That's
on
a
it.
shock. That's a shock.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I said I would.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
but did you
far?
beat it
Man of my
though?
word.
Where are you?
I'm at the final fight. I'm fighting Sephiroth right now.
Oh wow. 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 But did you beat it right now, Jerry?
No, I didn't beat it. As I said, I'm at the final
Oh, I
fight.
gave you an extra week, sir. I was gone last week. I gave you an extra week.
Jason, have you finished it?
I
I
was
have
really.
finished it.
Oh,
Woohoo!
okay. All right. Cool. Let's go. All right.
You know,
I like no joke.
But
I was
I
about to
had
text
like
you. I was about to text you a picture of it and be like, "Yo," but I was like, you know what? Let me subtly just leave that trophy, that completed chapter. Let me leave that completed chapter.
so
Title
annoying.
like
I was
like
so pissed earlier today because I was on the final fight and I seriously like
he
I
goes
shit you not,
off.
like two more hits, but
Yep.
then he got a flurry on me where he killed both me and Aerith, and I have to start over. So I'm on the final fight. But
glad you're
yeah.
on the final. Glad you're on the final fight, Jerry. There's hopes and dreams of
So
you
do
finishing a
you,
game.
Jerry, let me ask you this. Do you have the ability set on Aerith where she auto reses?
Oh, I need to do that. I thought
So
I
that,
did, but that didn't.
and make sure she has raise on her. Make sure Cure is at the max level, make sure raise is at max level, and that she has auto rise.
Okay.
Because she gets hit, she dies, she's popping right back up, and you can cast whatever you need
Revive.
to. And
That's right.
Do you
Ooh,
want do you
good
want
advice.
the
Good
do you want
advice.
the tips, Jerry, the legit tips? Because I went into that fight. I'm not dissing you, man. I'm not dissing you. But I went into that fight thinking that Aerith was not going to be in my party anymore. So I unequipped everything from her. She was
oh
base zero.
shit.
No.
Yeah, she was base zero. I didn't even have a single material on her, but I could tell you like how to get around that, how to work it.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I was like, both me and Ronan were like sitting there, we're like, oh, the time has come, the time has come, the time has come. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure and just unequip everything just in case, because then I'm like, all right, I can use that material otherwhere, like elsewhere.
And equip it other. Yeah.
Yeah, take off the bangles, take off
Yeah.
everything. All she had was just her staff. And I was like, you could put the spirit charm on her, that's fine. Or some random ass charm. Come to the fight. Yo, I gotta use her for 3 fights? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Three
What?
tiers.
Oh god dang it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'll talk to you later. I'll
Yeah.
need it because yeah, that was rough.
so
But
Jason, to that point,
I'm not even joking. I was like literally 2 hits away,
I
and
did
he
that with
just
Kate Sith.
yeah.
I didn't think I was getting him back at all. And I
Oh
was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's back. And I'm like, I did not equip him with anything
oh no.
other than his weapons walking. Like, I didn't have the material or anything on him.
Yeah.
And I walked in that fight with him on nothing. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But at
Oh
least
wow.
his portion was not as
Once you
brutal.
figure out the pattern
Yeah.
and how to heal, like, and have that stuff already queued up, ready to go when he hits them,
Yeah.
you'll get it on one shot. So
I almost did. That's why.
I spent like
I was so
I spent
pissed.
2 hours,
I
and
was
then
so pissed because
was like,
then I wasn't gonna be able to say like, yeah, I finished the game, but
so yeah.
bummer. But Matt, what have you been playing?
Uh, Still back on my bullshit. I'm now starting to,
Hence the shirt.
hence the shirt. I'm now going back through and now doing all of the resident houses. So I'm changing their exteriors and their interiors so they're like more themed instead of the jumbledness that they actually become.
Hmm.
So nothing's been redone on the island itself. Really, it's all kind of the same stuff. Um, which I'm very happy where my island is. It's like for the first time, I feel very, very content with my island.
Nice.
Now give me another 3 months, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
completely redo
it's
it.
all getting rearranged.
It's all getting rearranged, right? But no, there's that. MLB the Show. I am now a half game behind the Dodgers.
Oh,
Um, and I
nice.
am still on that whole, if you ain't doing well for me, guess what? You're getting sent down to the minors. I've called up some people from the minors that have helped out and
Dang.
whatnot.
All
So
right. Oh
I'm
yeah. With
actually
the
playing it
iron
like real
fist.
baseball. Real
Cool,
With the
cool.
iron
baseball,
fist.
Um, waving people off the 40-man roster, like, nope, you're gone.
Oh, sweet.
There's better people. So Um, but mostly it's been Mass Effect 2. I
Oh,
now
nice.
I am to the point now where I just finished the collectorship when you go to actually go to it for the first time. Um, After Elusive Man kind of sets you
Gotcha.
up, you know. I just recruited Tali again. So all I need to go
Sweet.
is get Thane and God, what's her face? The Justicar. So I've got two more characters to get, and I've got some of the loyalty missions already done.
Oh,
So I'm
sweet.
making sure to kind of do some of those loyalty missions now before I go start dialogue. Because there's a point that if you do the conversation with Miranda and Jack before both of the loyalty missions are done, it can lock you out
Huh.
if you choose the wrong conversation
Oh,
dialogue. Because then they get pissed off at you because you took one side or the other.
right.
So I'm gonna go get those done before I go talk to people. Um, so yeah, it looks so good. Like the 4K remastering that they did for that game is phenomenal. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. It's just those three right now. I tried to play a little
Sweet.
X Defiant, but I just didn't have time for it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to go do other things and whatnot. So yeah. So Jason,
Aside from beating Final Fantasy before Jerry, just took a break. I
It does
watched
sting.
just
It does
oh,
sting a little bit.
I did watch something. I did watch something.
Oh, yeah?
I watched Axel F, the basically Beverly Hills Cop 4 on Netflix.
Oh,
Oh, Axe. Oh, sweet. What'd you think? I still have to see
I
it.
I enjoyed it. It was basically Beverly. It was everything that you love about Beverly Hills Cop. That's what it was.
Okay.
So it was basically a fan
Yeah,
movie,
I have to check it out and give it a
getting
chance.
getting Bronson Pinchot back and just
Uh,
hearing Akmel, it's just like
Aqua.
and whatnot, and having the gang back together. It was fun. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a great addition to the cast. You
Yeah, yeah,
know,
I heard.
so
Cool.
Kevin Bacon plays a slimy villain, which is great.
Sweet.
Um, so yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you have a Netflix subscription, I recommend go watch it. If you are a Beverly Hills fan, go watch it. It's great. It kind of just it if you're not I will say this, if you're not a fan of the Beverly Hills Cop movies, it's probably not going to be great for you because it does make references to the past. So it is a
Like kind of
sequel
another made for fans movie.
made for fans movie. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be the
Okay.
best way to put it. So sorry, Jason. I had to mention that I actually watched something.
all right. Hey, you know
Something
what?
new.
I've been watching shows. We're almost finishing off Jujutsu Kaisen. We're like few episodes behind on that. A few episodes behind on the Bear. Almost finished with that.
Oh, nice.
So it's just been enjoying it. And at the same time just getting ready for Evo. Um, getting
That is
back
right.
in.
That's what this weekend
It
or next
starts on
weekend.
Thursday. Starts
Yeah.
this Thursday.
Nice, yo.
As you hear us now live today, it starts Thursday, and when you guys hear us on Sunday, it'll be all done, or at least it'll be in the grand finals. So,
Sick. And then I got Comic-Con next week.
yeah. So I mean, just getting ready for
Yeah.
that, having some fun,
Theo and I.
talking to
Yeah.
people,
Mhm.
and yeah, getting set for that.
Is Ninja going?
He's still a maybe. He's still up in the air.
Wow.
So either way, I'm still gonna hit him up. We have all the boys hitting up each other. Gonna enjoy
So
that.
what you're saying is you're going to be drunk at the craps table again.
No, jump at the roulette table or the
Roulette table.
but this time I will not come back with a twisted ankle, so it's okay.
Good. Good.
I
You
will
No, this time it's going to be a
Well,
broken leg or
we'll
I
something.
see.
know, like, we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed though.
Right,
Fingers
right.
crossed. But no, it's been good. Other than that, gaming wise, I've just been finishing up the side missions. I am not looking forward to Gongaga at all. I hate that region already.
Why?
You know why? All those stupid jumps. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it took 10 minutes for me to find one jump, and I was like, oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
over this.
I totally
I'm
I
over
understand.
love
this.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
that being said,
Over
I
this.
love the music that plays during that that area.
Yeah, but if
Like
you
the
like if
core
you're
is
there for a
beautiful.
while, I am gonna die. I'm gonna just
Oh
like
yeah, it
uh
annoyed the heck out of
I
me.
am going to literally just pull up a guide for all of Gungaga. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. Get a better
Yeah.
level design. I get it. It's all jungle, and it's like, ooh, very nice. But even still, like, if you have to go to every nook and cranny to find one
how,
jump,
how 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 are the levels again?
oh hell no.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, it's like ooh, jungle,
Ooh.
ooh,
Ooh.
exotic.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
So
But other than that,
You yeah,
like,
you just do you have no love for
but
that
Matt,
level.
I honestly, and I know we're supposed to talk about
mhm.
this when all of us had finished it, Jerry. But I have no idea where three is going. I do not know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Based
I
on like
am.
where
I
I'm yeah.
I think once Jerry's done, we need to do a game and review, and I'll have to get Soldier on
Yeah,
so
we'll
we can
get
all talk
Soldier on.
about
Yeah.
We'll
it.
just chit chat it up and like,
Because
because there's a lot. There's a lot, dude. Like,
there's a lot, and we can't talk about it until Jerry finishes the freaking game.
yeah,
And
Because
I'll
that
finish
I
it
will say
today.
this, the ending is heavy.
there's a
Oh,
lot.
okay.
There's
Yeah,
a
oh,
lot.
It is
I'm
heavy.
sure,
There's a
yeah.
lot.
Because there was a lot
Um,
leading up to even just the
Yeah, even
Sephiroth
though, yeah, yeah,
fight. There was a
yeah.
lot of
There's
cinemas.
a
Yeah.
lot of it.
mhm.
So,
But
um,
and I do like how they did it though, from a mental perspective. I love how they
Hmm.
did it.
there's just so many questions I have still. So
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we'll discuss it.
yeah.
We'll discuss it.
Cool.
So
Um,
but
but
yeah,
yeah,
just
so
finishing up the round, the quest lines
mhm.
and stuff like that, and then I'm on a coin flip if I want to platinum it. I probably will, but just right now. Do I
Mhm.
want to do it now or later?
Very cool.
I'm not gonna platinum it
I will
because
not.
I'm not like any game that requires you to go do it on like the highest difficulty level just to get a trophy and platinum it. I'm
Nope.
not interested. That's
Me
just me.
neither. I'm
I like to
not.
enjoy
I'm
my
not one
games.
of those.
So,
I don't do it. The
um,
crushing, like you do you, boo. I know you do it and you kill it, but not
mhm.
for me. Not for
Yeah.
us.
So with that, I want to thank everyone who crashed game night with us tonight. If it's first time crashing, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed what you heard. If you did, please drop us a follow on Twitch, YouTube, or head on over to crashinggamenight.com to find the platform of your choice that we're carried on. Um, with after the events of this weekend here in the States, where we had an attempt on a political candidate's life. Um, I just want to say to everybody, because of everything else that's going on in the world and stuff like that, it is absolutely paramount that in all of this that we still be excellent to each other, because it has a chance to get out of control
Oh yeah.
really quickly, and we
It's
just
already starting to, and
Mhm.
it is, and we just please just be excellent to each other.
Yeah. That's right,
well,
everybody. Once again, let's just send out that same message, especially now. Matt, case in point, that is a great point to point out that it's crazy out there. We want to support each other.
Yeah.
We have our own opinions, and that your opinion is yours, and theirs is theirs. So
Can't we all just get
yeah,
along?
exactly. So
You know,
for
but it is true.
overall, let's just promote kindness, some patience. Let's just try and work together. We can do it. We've done it before.
Yeah.
And overall, let's just try and do and be better. And let's just practice that. If we can try it and practice it, we can make it a habit, and then boom, we're doing good. And other than that, everyone stay safe, and you guys be you. You guys be true to you, and
Mhm.
stay safe out there. J Rock,
that's right,
J
guys. I
Bone.
mean, it's been quite the last week, last
Yeah.
2 weeks since I haven't seen you guys.
Oh.
So just honestly,
It's been heavy.
there's going to be a lot of things that people are going to be divided about. Let
Yep.
that be. It's okay. We are all different people. We agree on things. We disagree on things. you know, and we like to poke fun at things a lot. I especially love poking fun at things in this caliber, but again, it's all jokes, it's all opinions, it's all, as Jerry says, and I love to say it, it's all you, boo. It's all you. So please just, even if you do have somebody that you see or meet, or and you do not have that eye to eye, it's okay. That's fine, you know. Just say, hey, you know what? I value your opinion. You're a cool person. You know, it's just we just don't agree. And that's okay. And that is okay.
Yep.
You know, so please, just with all this that's going out there, just honestly, just it's okay to have a difference of opinions. Just do not use words. Use your words. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't like that. That's fair enough. You know, and just leave it at that. But other than that, you know, like, as you guys have all heard just a few minutes ago, I am getting ready for Evo. It's going to be a fantastic time. To all you Evo fans out there that are going to be listening, you know, hit me up, man. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be wrapping the shirt. I'm going to have some fun out there. I know y'all going to have some fun out there. If not, it's Vegas. So
you'll find something to do.
There's something to do.
Yep.
There's something. Something to do.
Except go to the Mirage.
Yeah, no
Mirage
longer.
is gone now.
No longer.
So.
R.I.P. Mirage. You know, I wish it was this week that you had that guaranteed money, and I would have been there. But I'm a little too late. Too late. So as we close this out, I know my boy Theo is not here, so I mean I gotta send it out. You know, as we always do. My man, me. Send it out like Theo does. Well, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. You know, that was a good one, Jason. Oh, thanks, man. No, anyways.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
TTFN.
TTFN.
That's off for now.
That's off for now. Don't take it, Matt. I sent it out to me.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, shit.